Yeah, it's like this, like
We had a black billionaires lunch.
black excellence. They're sitting there like, yeah. It's a billionaire brunch. Like,
I hate you, man.
And we here together, and we're gonna keep staying together. We getting tighter.
unaware of anything going on here. This is the one time I'm gonna be with you this year. Yo, I feel like I'm normal again. Get me out of here.
JayZ's name has been making headlines lately, but not for his music. As Diddy's empire collapses, fans are turning their attention to one person who stayed silent throughout it all. Could JayZ be more involved in Diddy's downfall than we realize? Today, we're diving deep into every clue that links JayZ to the scandal shaking up the industry. Stay tuned, because what you're about to hear could change how you view one of hip-hop's biggest icons forever.
The Grammys, everybody, you know, when you equal a record, there's no way you don't get to hold your Grammy in your hand and celebrate that.
Decades of brotherhood. JayZ and Diddy's tight-knit alliance. JayZ and Diddy's bond goes way back, decades. In fact, their friendship started in the 90s when both were building their empires. They collaborated on music, supported each other publicly, and were regulars at the same exclusive parties. Remember those all-white parties Diddy threw in the Hamptons? JayZ was always there, suited up and center stage. Diddy once even referred to Jay as his black brother, highlighting just how deep their connection ran.
Breaking news from New York. A lawsuit has accused rapper JayZ of raping a 13-year-old girl in 2000, allegedly alongside Sean Diddy Combs. The anonymous accuser says the alleged assault happened after the teen was driven to an MTV Video Music after party. The federal suit was originally filed in October, listing Combs as a defendant. It's now been refiled to include Carter. None of the allegations have been proven in court. Carter is the first celebrity to be accused of sexual assault in connection to Combs.
They didn't just party together. They also worked side by side for a greater cause. JayZ and Diddy donated $1 million for Hurricane Katrina relief and collaborated on business ventures that helped define Black excellence in hip-hop and beyond. Whether through Rock Nation or Bad Boy, both men climbed the industry ladder together, their relationship seeming unbreakable. Diddy once told a close friend, he's family. But here's the reality of long friendships at the top. They can get complicated, especially when one begins to fall while the other rises. And as legal troubles started closing in on Diddy, JayZ's next moves began to raise eyebrows.
yeah, it's like this, like
We had a black billionaires lunch.
black excellence. They're sitting there like, yeah. It's a billionaire brunch. Like,
I hate you, man.
And we here together, and we're gonna keep staying together. We getting tighter.
unaware of anything going on here. This is the one time I'm gonna be with you this year. Yo, I feel like I'm normal again. Get me out of here.
The 2000 VMA after-party incident. A dark secret back in 2000. After the VMAs, a lawsuit emerged that rocked the internet and lingered for years. A young girl, just 13 at the time, accused both JayZ and Diddy of raping her at an after-party. The allegations were graphic. She claimed she was drugged, assaulted, and that a famous female celebrity witnessed the entire ordeal. The story didn't fade away. Instead, it haunted both men for years, leaving a shadow over their careers.
I look and I go, oh, that's your big homie, right? And so you image yourself after a gay painter. Your big homie want to look like a gay painter.
What are we talking about here?
We're talking about Basquiat. He wants to look like a gay painter.
JayZ denied all the allegations, labeling the lawsuit as a blackmail attempt. His legal team quickly responded, claiming the accuser was lying and seeking money. The case was eventually withdrawn, but just because it was dismissed doesn't mean the questions went away. Anytime Diddy or JayZ trends, people online still bring it up. As one journalist aptly put it, the dismissal may have cleared the case, but it didn't clear their image.
You know why there is no vindication for me? Because for 4 years, I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but Diddy and JayZ are monsters. And the victim-making machine kept going on.
JayZ has been notable by his silence since these charges were brought against Diddy. Why do you think that is?
Because that's what he does. He starts little fires everywhere. forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away without a response. That changes now, Sean. You must respond. You have no choice. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common professionally and
Now, with new lawsuits piling up against Diddy and rumors of more tapes and testimonies on the way, people are wondering if the 2000 incident is about to resurface in a much bigger way. Amid Diddy's legal turmoil, JayZ has maintained a strategic silence. When Diddy's mansions were raided and lawsuits began to stack up, everyone waited for JayZ to speak out. But nothing came. He didn't tweet. He didn't post. He didn't issue a statement. He vanished from the conversation entirely. And that silence, it started to speak volumes.
Lawsuit coming with Jay. The part with Jay. I go, oh shoot, like
To us, Black excellence.
that had to be there.
We getting tighter. You know what I'm saying? And united we stand. And ain't nothing else.
Black excellence, they're sitting there like, yeah. It's a billionaire brunch. Like,
I hate you, man.
unaware of anything going on here. This is the one time I'm gonna be with you this year. Come on, bro.
Even 50 Cent took a jab at him, humorously suggesting that JayZ must be lying low until the drama dies down. Fans seem to agree with this sentiment. Some speculated that Jay was protecting his brand, while others wondered if there was something more he was trying to hide. One fan tweeted, "If your brother's drowning and you walk away without a word, were you ever really his brother?" According to insiders, this wasn't just about avoiding the situation, it was a calculated PR maneuver. JayZ is said to have started distancing himself quietly months before the public caught on. Subtle changes, fewer joint appearances, and behind-the-scenes shifts that, when you've been that close for so long, don't go unnoticed.
It's like this, like
We had a black billionaires lunch.
Black excellence, they're sitting there like, yeah. It's a billionaire brunch. Like,
I hate you, man.
And we here together and we gonna keep staying together. We getting tighter.
unaware of anything going on here. This is the one time I'm gonna be with you this year. Yo, I feel like I'm normal again. Get me out of here.
The fallout from the lawsuit and JayZ's legal moves were anything but passive. Instead of ignoring the situation, he fought back aggressively with his legal team. When the woman who had made the 2000 accusation resurfaced, JayZ filed a defamation lawsuit. His lawyers quickly pointed out discrepancies in her timeline and labeled her story an attack on his character. It was a strategic, rapid response, clearly aimed at shutting everything down before it could escalate further.
Tell me about Tupac. Can I explain something here tonight? I hope y'all clap because I'm about to say exactly what y'all think. White people go with. Yeah, be careful. I can say this because I'm so not a racist. White people call Tupac. I'm sorry. Tupac. If it was Tupac, it would have a K. You're not the first. Hopefully after tonight, you will be the last.
Eventually, the lawsuit against JayZ was dismissed with prejudice, meaning it couldn't be brought up again. On paper, it seemed like a win, but in the court of public opinion, the association still lingers. People don't easily forget when someone's name gets tied to something that dark, especially when your closest friend ends up in handcuffs. As one entertainment reporter put it, "You can win a case, but you can't erase the memory of it." And with Diddy's legal troubles continuing to escalate, anything JayZ was involved in during those years is being scrutinized all over again.
That's what I got. So shout out to JayZ, right? That's what I got. Or JayZ, whatever you want to call him. Shout out to him. That's what I got.
What do you think about JayZ saying that him and Diddy were never friends?
Come on, gang. You got to say that, right? You got to say that I don't know you. See, I don't think you understand. See, you do a whole lot of blogging and like a lot of podcasts, whatever you do. I don't know what you do, but you got to understand, gang. The first thing you got to do is disconnect, right? I don't know JayZ. I don't know Diddy. You got to say you don't know nothing. That's what I got. I told you before, right? You can't really say it. right? But behind all them lines, what he's saying is, I don't know what he was doing. I don't got nothing to do with that. He know Diddy, but he don't know Diddy when he transformed. I swear to God, Baba. When he transformed to the other person, he don't know that, right? I swear to God, Baba. But he know Diddy. Everybody know Diddy. I swear to God, Baba. But he don't know what they saying like that. He don't know about that.
JayZ and Diddy's connection goes beyond friendship. It's deeply intertwined in business. The two have been partners in numerous ventures, from millions in business deals and brand endorsements to behind-the-scenes collaborations. Their projects were often linked, whether it was promoting Cirque, working together in music, or investing in tech and sports. As Diddy's empire began to crumble, the fallout inevitably reached JayZ's doorstep. There are rumors that some of their shared investments suffered as Diddy's public image took a hit. When you're holding stakes in a sinking ship, you either bail out or cut your losses. And some believe that's exactly what JayZ did.
Tell me, man, why do you believe that Jay and Puffy is close, even though Jay lawyer came out and said they're not?
Because JayZ and Puff was given an assignment. And that was to destroy East Coast rap. And what I mean by that, and I know people going like, yo, Gene is out of his mind and everything like that. Check this out, brother. Is that New York rappers was getting 800 to 1.2 million, or some larger than that, and sign with labels back then. And they was getting a lot of money to make albums and records. When they had guys down south that these labels was paying $250,000, $300,000 on record deals, and these guys was bringing back platinum albums and everything like that. So what they had to do was they had to keep New York rappers down. That's one reason, other than the Irv Gotti shit that 50 was going through and the poison they was putting in about 50, he had to go elsewhere to California or with Jay and not with Dre and
One music executive put it bluntly, when your money's in the same pot, your decisions stop being personal. They start being about survival. That's what makes this situation even more complicated. JayZ's silence, his legal distancing, and his abrupt shift in partnerships may not only be about managing his image, they could be about protecting what's most important to him, his wealth, legacy, and empire. As Diddy's legal troubles mounted, something curious began to unfold. While Diddy's name became increasingly associated with scandal, JayZ's influence in the industry quietly grew. He was making new moves, closing billion-dollar deals, and solidifying his position as not just a rapper or mogul, but a true cultural force. The power dynamic shifted as JayZ's rise coincided with Diddy's decline.
His career, you can look at that and say the association to Beyonce is when he started to receive the 16, 17 Grammys since he's been with Beyonce. Right? And you go, prior to that, one.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that came in association, like you see the kids even have Grammys. Like they don't sing yet. They don't sing. Right. They don't rap yet. And they already have Grammys and shit. So it's like they give them this trophy so we secure that they're coming to the award show. It meant that much to the culture that they just gave them the things.
The timing seemed almost too perfect. As Diddy faced federal raids, civil lawsuits, and social cancellation, JayZ was expanding, Rock Nation, partnering with the NFL, and making high-profile moves in tech and entertainment. The question that arose was inevitable. How did one man's empire crumble while the others flourished at the exact same time? Insiders in the music world weren't surprised. Multiple sources revealed that JayZ had been distancing himself from Diddy for years. While their relationship remained public and civil, behind closed doors, Jay was gradually building walls between them. Some believe he saw the downfall coming. Others think he may have even played a part in it. Either way, as Diddy's empire began to fall apart, JayZ had already cashed out and was busy constructing a more powerful, independent empire of his own.
JayZ is friends with R. Kelly and does business with R. Kelly and parties with R. Kelly. If JayZ is friends with Diddy, does business with Diddy and parties with Diddy, if JayZ shot 3 videos on Epstein Island with supermodels that were under the age of 18 that were provided by Naomi Campbell.
And son, the Harvey Weinstein.
Like I said, you didn't realize you were saying, but it's a very, very, very old adage. Birds of a feather flock together.
It wasn't just about business, it was cultural. The media's narrative began to shift too. JayZ started receiving more glowing headlines, with increased praise for his philanthropic efforts and his doing things the right way persona. Meanwhile, Diddy's past was being thoroughly dissected, with old interviews and past allegations resurfacing. Suddenly, the same circles that once celebrated Diddy were now lauding JayZ for not being him. As one former label executive put it, when the ship starts to sink, everybody scrambles. But JayZ? He was already cruising on a yacht, far from the wreckage. While that might sound harsh, in the music business, perception is everything, and JayZ was unquestionably winning that battle.
What about what JayZ is being accused of?
Terrible accusation. I think what's iller is how people are reacting to the accusation. Like they putting them through the ringer. And I've never seen them do that before. So that's the thing. Like usually things get brushed under the rug with him. And I've been accused of shit that I haven't done before. And people don't scrutinize that. I didn't get as scrutinized as he's getting. So I'm like, it's just odd to see him in that, in that, getting looked at in that way by white people, like Jay does, yeah, like I hope that shit didn't happen, but I'm like, damn, they turned the world real, like people on a certain level have been fucking with him a certain way where he couldn't do no wrong for like 25 years straight. This is the first time he's not getting a pass with white media, like he can control black media because a lot of them either work or do business with him, but like, drink champs can't get him out of this one, and neither can Charlemagne, because those are the guys that hold him down no matter what he does anyway. So he got to get to People Magazine and Entertainment Tonight right now because they on his head. But the question is why? Like why now?
So what does this all mean? Is it just a coincidence that JayZ's image soared while Diddy's crumbled, or does it hint at something deeper, something more strategic? In Hollywood, nothing just happens, especially when billion-dollar reputations are at stake. This leads us directly to one of the most persistent rumors surrounding the entire situation: the betrayal. Industry whispers have been growing louder, allegations of a calculated betrayal. At first, they seemed like quiet gossip, but now they're impossible to ignore. Did JayZ play a part in Diddy's downfall? It may sound far-fetched, but in an industry where loyalty is fluid and power is everything, betrayal is often part of the game. There are rumors that JayZ may have provided information to authorities or, at the very least, stepped back while others took action, knowing it would bury Diddy and clear the way for him to rise even higher. Have claimed that JayZ had been distancing himself from Diddy long before the raids took place, both publicly and legally. He allegedly severed ties and restructured deals that involved Diddy well in advance. If true, that points to something far beyond coincidence. It suggests intent. The theory gained even more traction after Kanye West's infamous rant. In one of his outbursts, Kanye hinted that JayZ was involved in what was happening with Diddy, but was playing both sides. "You know how Jay moves," Kanye said. "It's always business first." That statement set off a wave of speculation across the internet. Was JayZ working behind the scenes to secure his legacy, even if it meant allowing Diddy to fall in the process?
In the lawsuit against JayZ, accusing him and Sean Diddy Combs of raping a 13-year-old girl at a party. A federal judge ruling the woman alleging the attack can remain anonymous. Morgan Norwood has the details. Morgan, good morning.
Whit, good morning. From the moment this case was filed, JayZ's legal team fought to get it dismissed, arguing that the woman accusing him must reveal her name. But this morning, a judge ruling she doesn't have to, at least for now. The judge also had some sharp words for its lawyers, calling them out for their aggressive filings and personal attacks and asking them to tone it down.
This morning, a legal victory for the woman who is suing JayZ for allegedly raping her when she was 13. A federal judge ruling the woman can proceed with the case while remaining anonymous, at least for now. But the judge also chastising the lawyers representing JayZ, accusing them of trying to fast-track the judicial process by repeatedly filing motions to reveal the identity of the Jane Doe to have the case dismissed. The judge writing in a 5-page brief that the Carter's lawyers' relentless filing of combative motions containing inflammatory language and ad hominem attacks is inappropriate, a waste of judicial resources, and a tactic unlikely to benefit his client. The court will not fast-track the judicial process merely because the counsel demands it. This latest legal twist coming after the recently filed civil lawsuit by Jane Doe